Looking crazy. Looking crazy, yep. It's Saturday. You in the back room with Becky. And it came in the mail today. My boa. Okay? It's official. The Christmas season can start now. You guys, I've been getting packages for probably about, oh, a good. I mean, it's like we ordered the stuff one day and the next day we was getting packages. Red, who was my first vice president, was like, dang. So seems like we just called there. We ordered that stuff last night. Yeah, it's a lymphedema day. It's really bad because I was up and it's lopsided today, so it looks like I have maybe the mumps on one side. Let me put my boy back on. That's so not diva. Anyway, yeah, y'all see, this is so much fun. Y'all, I'm having the time of my life because I get to do a job that I would do for free and get paid for it. Bam. Okay, let me tell you my exciting stuff. First of all, I survived the Great Plumbing Disaster of 2011. This is what happens when your house is old. It's like old people. It needs regular maintenance. You got to make sure that everything is flushing through the pipes just fine. There's no blockage or anything in the arteries. And I'm telling you, it's like now the house is acting possessed. I promise you. I turn my dining room chandelier on. One day they work, the next day they don't. I'm like, okay, Pops, I hear you. It's time to move. I got you. Just give me space until the spring, and I'm so out of here. Okay, well, you know I had problems with the furnace. And so we had to have the furnace repaired. Basically, the guy was like, you really need a new one. And I was like, yeah, I really ain't trying to outfit a house for somebody else. So not doing that. So this is heir property upon the death of my mother. That's another story. Anyway, I haven't had much sleep. I was up until 5 o'clock this morning. Uh, and, we've been getting packages like it's Christmas to get us ready for the big show next Thursday. So, amongst all of this excitement, restructuring our Big Goody Girls and getting ready for this big charity event in the morning. See, I think I did some wrong planning somewhere because you can see every bit of how old I am today, for real. Any of y'all that was wondering, this is what happens when you work 16-hour days and get 5 hours of sleep on 2 days in a row. And that's not good. I'm not suggesting or recommending that's the thing to do, but I'm so seriously on the grind. Until after next week, I can rest. But right now, everything is crucial. So I got all this crucial stuff going on. Oh, the little feathers want to fall out. I'm going to save them and make something for my head. I want to fall out. And if too many of these feathers fall out, I will be putting this in the package and sending it back to you because this got to last a while till I can get my ostrich feathers. I don't know what kind of feathers these are, but I hope no animal was harmed during the making of this boa. But I so need it today. Okay. Was strange and outrageous news. I always tell y'all to have a safe, satisfying, and serene Saturday. So, okay, for the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, we've been working on wardrobing, styling, rehearsing, choreography. I've got guest entertainers coming in because it's huge. It's Christmas. Come on now. Well, my ex-husband, you can see pictures of him on my site, and we've been divorced for a long time. We still cool. Sometimes he still get on my nerves, but he had this package that he kept saying he wanted to send me. Now, my ex-husband, for those that don't know, lives in Trinidad, and so he's in Trinidad sending me these packages. Now, his exit from this country was less than, let me just say, he didn't leave because he was retired and he wanted to go back home. And that's enough about that. So he keeps telling me, I need to talk to you about something. And I'm like, been so busy. I was just borderline in. I'm sorry. I was so rude. But after I tell the people this story about the receiving of the package that you sent me from Trinidad and Tobago, they're going to understand what I'm talking about. Now, I had all this drama and excitement going on, And, I was like, well, what is it you want to tell me? What? I was trying to tell you the tracking number. Well, okay. So I get the package today. Now, just moments before, because now my doorbell ain't working, okay? Whew. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's put a sign on the doorbell because today is the 10th. This is the day they're supposed to redeliver my certified package. And I have to sign for it, so somebody needs to be here. Now, I had these fabulous plans of getting up early, going to the grocery store, getting all my marketing done, and uh, finishing up the print job, and then come back and be ready for rehearsals from 1 to 5. Girl, this is going to be the shortest rehearsal known to man. And I'm going to have to do it from the chair. I'm swollen up from the rooter to the tutor. So, it's, yeah, one of those days. So, I get up this morning, and I'm downstairs with Red, and I say, okay, we need to make a note and put it on the door in case the mailman comes, because the length of this house is so deep, going back into this back room, that it's almost like it's soundproof. Once I shut the French doors, I can't hear what's going on up in the front of the house, nor can they hear me or really see me by looking through my door. So the mailman comes, knock, 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 and I go, that must be the mailman. Get to the door, and he goes, because he got real serious as soon as Red said, he must have said, are you Rebecca? And she was like, well, no. And I said, okay, that's the mailman, I'm coming. So I get to the door, and he goes, you think you could give me some ID right now? And the first thing I'm thinking is, I'm looking at him like he crazy, because I have never had a package delivered to my home where I had to show ID, because it was just like a foregone conclusion. If they got this name on here and this is the address, the person that's sending it, no, who else gonna come and I want to say, because I could be very, very. I was gonna say, well, no, I'm just a stranger standing up in here to receive somebody else's packages. Are you serious? He was like, oh yes, ma'am. And then we have to take a picture. And I'm like, what? I said, Homeland Security ain't coming next door. I said, because I don't feel that good. So I look, and he's serious. And I'm signing, he's looking at my ID, and he's looking at me. And he's serious now. He done got like, Pentagon secured now. I'm like, this is the mailman. Why he acting so special? And he looks at me and he says, the Hope Diamond was delivered by registered mail. So now, yeah, I'm sweating right now. So now I'm like, okay, I have a girlfriend who has a boyfriend in another country. I will not name names. And she received through the mail, her boyfriend wanted her to have some diamonds to design her own jewelry. And he sent her diamonds through the mail. So I'm like, no, Ian Dickey ain't sent me no diamonds through the mail. And I don't want you tripping, because no, I have not received anything that is illegal or inappropriate. I'm going to show you the package. What happened to the other part of it? Wait a minute. Okay. So I got all these discs. When I open up, can you see? Okay. When I open up the package, and I'm like, because at first I was like, oh, I'm not ready, because what if, because my family has been joking that he's been calling me a lot, messaging me a lot. Oh, he finna ask you to marry him so he can come back into the United States. I was like, you better stop playing. Stop playing. So I don't even know what's on the DVDs, but it's like 5 or 6 of them. And we had this thing about he loved Carnival. We both did. Did a lot of traveling where I got to see the different ways that been everywhere for Carnival except for South America. And so he knows that, I wanted to come down in February. That ain't happening. So he sends me, and the Carnival lasts for like a couple of months down there. I'm like, drunkenness like you have never seen. Yeah, the phone will have to go to the ass machine. Not stopping the show. So I'm looking and I'm thinking to myself, what in the world? That might be Ashley. Get that phone for me, Red. So I said, okay. So we wait a few minutes, and Red is like, Mom, you ready to open it now? And I'm like, okay, I'm shaky, but I'm going to open it. I can't talk right now. So we open the box. And so this whole concept that the Hope Diamond was delivered through the registered mail, and this could possibly be something equally important because this individual now has taken a picture of me and my signature standing at my door. And I'm like, what you mean you got to take my picture? Because I'm looking kind of roughed up this morning. Yeah, the diva in me just stood up and said, was like, wait, do I have time to put makeup on? My face is swollen. It's going to look horrendous. So he takes his picture and he takes a picture of my signature. He says, yes, because the sender must know that you have received this package and it is indeed you. Like, ew. Now, see, I don't even know what's on the DVD. Probably ain't even nothing that serious. But it's the way and the subject of the Hope Diamond just led us down another road. So today we started doing, Red is my theater daughter and my second in command. And she said, Mama, what's the Hope Diamond? I said, well, I just remember people always saying that Liz Taylor owned the Hope Diamond. But the story kind of gets muddled and we do a search. And then we fall upon what is Elizabeth Taylor's collection of jewelry given to her by people that loved her, men and women. Unrivaled. It's getting ready to go on auction this next week. So he brings up the Hope Diamond. Historically, this discussion about Elizabeth Taylor and the ownership, and then now we open up this box of information, and then Red is finding out about these stars of yesteryear, and she was like, well, who was Richard Burton? I was like, think Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, but with like a formal stage training, Shakespearean. That's Richard Burton. And him and Liz Taylor had this love. Oh my God, I'm such a romantic. I can't help it. This man loved her like crazy. She had a collection, probably the crown jewels. It's the only other thing that's comparable. Queens and kings, duchesses and dukes owned some of the jewelry that she, in the end, owned. One of her husbands gave her a crown because he said, you are my queen. Okay, I'm looking for that man. And if you're out there, I'm putting this in the universe. I am your queen. And you can get that crown for me and I'm going to buy you one too. Peace out, love. You in the back room, Becky. Have a satisfying Saturday. Yeah, pray for me in this lymphedema because it's showtime. I cannot be sick next week. I don't know what's going to happen in this run in the morning, but only God knows, and He ain't telling. We out.